Brought to you by Make Fun Network.
Welcome to the Top 5 of Death, where listeners vote, and everyone dies. Listen and die.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Top 5 of Death. I'm your host, Matt. Brand new in 2025. Same shit, though. Everything else is... You know what's new about me? Nothing. Except for this shiny, bright attitude I'm bringing into 2025. It's my new thing. I'm going to be positive all the time, except for when I have things to complain about. Bistany, I'm here with... Will's here. Will, how are you?
Just dandy, and Happy New Year to all. Ho, ho, ho.
There you go. Ho, ho, ho. Will's here. Charles is here, taking a hit of his bong.
Yep. It's new year, new me, baby.
That's right. He just started ripping bong hits.
Getting back into it. Yep. That's what's happening.
He's got a Seth Rollins-like coat on.
Yep. Hey.
He is new. He's very new. Also here is Sam. Looks like he has some sort of like Demolition Man hairstyle. It's just very shapely on the top. It just like from my perspective, when you're looking forward, it's just like this like little like looks like a sensor bar. It was supposed to be over your eyes, and they missed it.
I'm rocking. Unfortunately, I'm rocking like a very standard traditional men's regular haircut right now.
That's a haircut you can set your watch to.
It sure is. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. We're here. We're doing the things. New Year. I mean, we do. This is the episode. It's another traditional episode of our predictions episode. Let's just do a little quick check-in at everyone's holiday here, because we recorded after Christmas, but before New Year's.
Yep.
So, yeah. How was everyone's New Year? Will?
My New Year was fine. Didn't do much. We went out to a nice little dinner. I did get into, by your recommendation, The Penguin.
Oh, yeah.
And
What'd you think?
We watched the first episode, then we watched the Batman movie.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Which was really good. It really intertwined things together. I just had two small problems with the Batman movie.
The Batman movie. Okay, what are they?
Is he's this super technology smart guy. He's got contact lenses that can do everything. Mm-hmm. And then they find a random USB and plug it into his computer, and he's like, "Oh man, now I have a virus." It's like, come on.
What are you doing?
And then the other one was
thumb drive. Goes on the thumb.
Yes. The other small issue was there was a point where a place was highly toxic with carbon monoxide, and a certain character walked around in a gas mask. That would not protect you in that IDLH environment. So really an important detail. You'd need supplied air or an SCBA.
Yeah, come on.
But otherwise, great movie. And the show is great. I'm like on the 5th episode, I think, now.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's a very grounded reality, that whole world, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very, very excited for you. Let me know when you finish it so I can talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Charles, what's up with you?
Not much. We had a very low-key New Year's.
Okay.
Spent it with my dad, and then the last week, we have not been watching The Penguin. That is like on our to-do list, but we watched Interior Chinatown, which is
just like The Penguin
on Hulu. Kinda. I mean, it's crime-based.
What is it? I didn't hear of it. Just like Interior Design Wars?
No, it's a show produced by Taika Waititi, and it's based off a book, but it's kind of a meta idea where it focuses on background characters that are in like traditional 1990s Chinatown that are the background characters of like a Law and Order style show, and then they slowly become self-aware as it goes through. It's actually
what?
It's a really good show. It's surprisingly good. It was put up for a bunch of Golden Globe nominations and stuff. So
are they going to say adoptions?
Let's put up for a bunch of adoptions.
That's nice.
They got a lot of Chinese children adopted there, so it was really great. It's a great show.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Sam, how are you? How's the dog?
Good. Just she's looking like she's either gonna puke everywhere or that she just needs constant attention. So I'm just like a little babe.
I'm hoping she pukes on camera. This would be
That'd be so funny.
That would be such a good reveal.
just there and just.
Directly this way, and then destroys this MacBook Pro.
That'll be our new screen wipe. Just a puke. How was your New Year's, Sam? What'd you do?
I hung here, had some friends over, nothing major. Everyone went home, and I was like, well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, time to stay up for 3 more hours, which is just our circadian rhythm is just absolutely bananas right now. So
That sounds it.
yeah, so I, in full disclosure, had my alarm set for about like 5 minutes before we were start to record, and then I woke up to this one just making that dog sound that and I'm like, oh fuck. We all know what that means. But yeah, New Year's was good, nice and quiet. Will, I took your recommendation from 365 days ago and have been watching Beef.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What, the rap documentary? Is that it?
It's a Netflix show about this road rage incident that gets way out of control, and the revenge gets very intricate and
Ooh,
potentially violent.
oh,
Yes,
that's cool.
yeah. So that's been cool. Other than that, I've just been just slowly getting back into the grind of kind of gearing up for leg 2 of the Greatest Adventure.
Nice.
Which will start in March, and we launched our 4th episode last week, and that's been doing really well.
That's good.
So I'm getting a lot of great reviews. We also got word that one of the longtime dogs that has been struggling to be adopted, Vigo, the Belgian Malinois, was just adopted.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so that's great. Positive vibes.
Where did he get adopted? I need to set him free.
I'll get you the man's address. Although he is an army vet, and
I care. I'll light up a couple fireworks outside of his house and he'll freak out and I'll get the dogs out of there.
Yeah, but then the dog will run too.
Listen, that's my goal. That's
free.
my goal. I don't want the dog. I want the
You don't
dog
want
to
to
be
collect
free.
them; just set them free.
No, that's right. I have a very I'm right in my mind. That's why I'm like one of those villains that people are like, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Yep. Sam just wants to move him cage to cage.
It's for their own good.
keeping that dog on a string.
There you go. How's your New Year's, Matt? It's pretty good.
Meh.
Actually, it wasn't. We had a trip planned. We had to cancel a trip because everyone got norovirus, and we all everyone in the house got super, super sick. Most intense sickness in more than recent memory for me. I was fine. First Birdie got it, which was very sad because she's a little baby. She doesn't know what's going on. She's just puking. Oh, she puked on the last episode. That's right. We talked about this.
Puke issues on every episode.
Yeah, that's true. It seems to be a running theme going on. Then my wife got it, and Wednesday got it. So I was kind of like nurse station, one-man thing. And I was fine, and like I was like, everyone's going to bed at night, and my wife was like feeling better, and like I was like, all right, we'll just get a good night's rest and like whatever. And I still had the baby, and I was like getting everyone to go to bed, and I was going to sleep in the big bed with Wednesday and Birdie, and then like getting Birdie ready for bed, I just exploded out my ass. I had to put the baby on the floor in the furthest spot away from danger, and then run to the bathroom, and then expel my ass. In like an overfilled water balloon that just exploded, and then from that point on, I was like, I don't feel good. So I just, like, once I was done that, I opened the door. Birdie has finally made it into the kitchen. Is just like smiling at me. I was like, you have to go with your mom. So I just picked up the baby. I like busted in Megan's room, who she was like, I'm sure very excited to sleep comfortably by herself. I was like, you have to take her. It's starting for me. And like I gave her the baby, and then I went and laid down, and Wednesday was already asleep on like the other side of the far bed. And then for like the next 3.5 hours, I was probably in the bathroom no less than a dozen times. Just
Nice.
wouldn't stop. I couldn't. It was fucking brutal. I had a very negative experience. It was awful. One of the times I had to go up there was straight puke shit at the same time. Awful. And I went the wrong way. I wasn't sitting on the toilet puking in a bucket. I was puking in the toilet and shitting on the floor. So I couldn't do anything. So then while I'm still sick, I had to clean everything up and get myself in the shower in that like small window of time when you feel better after something like that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then like by the time I like finished cleaning and doing everything to a degree where I was like, this is good enough, I'm going to go lay down. I laid down and just got back up and dry heaved again. It was awful. Absolutely awful. Sucks.
I'm not trying to rub it in, but
Go ahead.
I don't know when the last time I threw up was, and I want to say it's been something like 15 years at least.
Well, that's nice.
Which is wild because I remember growing up and like you'd get sick and you'd puke, like no
Yeah.
big deal. And then at one point I just stopped puking.
Well, get the norovirus. That'll change that for you. It's going around pretty aggressively. So
I was driving by a CVS and it said you can get your COVID vaccine, RSV vaccine, and shingles or vaccine or something else like all at once. And I was just like the sampler pack or something. This seems bad.
put all these poisons in your body at the same time. And I go, oh, cool. Yeah, it was. So we had a trip scheduled. We canceled it. It was a bummer. So our New Year's, it's a regular day. I was in bed. No, that's not true. I was in bed, but I was awake for New Year's. Everyone else was asleep. I was just crushing episodes of My Hero Academia. I only got like 12 left, so that's pretty sick.
12 left.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's really ramped up. And this was like such a slow show to get going for me because it's just like not exact. It's in my wheelhouse, but it's a little juvenile, and it does pick up in then like a more like intense adult stuff. But it just that's what everyone says. It takes a while. I'm glad I stuck with it. I like it a lot. It is probably third on my list of like the popular ones. Jujutsu Kaisen's number one, then a close second is Demon Slayer, and then there's this. But the next one, I think I'm gonna watch Kaiju number 8 next. I think I've heard good things, and I like kaiju shit, so we'll see. But that's me. Just working on house stuff, touch-ups and things, trying to get it ready to go on the market.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's very busy over here all the time. But with that being said, that's in the past, man. That's in the past. We're in 2025 now. Shit's changing. We're all getting new jobs. All of us. We're all getting new jobs.
God, I hope so.
Yeah. Well, no, Charles, I said we're all getting new jobs.
Oh.
You have to get a job before you can
Yes.
get a new job.
True.
I'm gonna drive an excavator truck
Well,
Good
yeah.
job.
without
quick.
training or a license.
Real quick, let's go around. If you could have any job that's not in your field right now, what would you do? Sam, you said excavator truck driver.
Yeah, like a
I'd be
man.
yeah. Finally, something to sell that idea to other people. I would like to be a chef.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think I would like to be a stage magician.
Will swinging for the fences.
I'm-
And Charles,
I'm going to go with the first thing that came to mind. I want to be a monster truck driver.
there you go. All viable choices for all of us. Man, I picked a stupid one. Everyone had cool ones.
You
I'm
didn't
like,
say
I'm gonna be a chef.
realistic. Realistic, I would be
I
like,
know,
I
I'm
want to own
just
a coffee
saying.
shop. Ugh.
You want to own a coffee shop?
Realistically, yeah.
Well, listen. I don't want to get into it. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we would do. Now,
Oop,
Charles,
I'm
you
sorry.
won.
Excuse me. I'm getting a fax. Let me.
Is it important? Hold on. We got a fax news brief.
It looks here that the advanced metrics are in fact in
Oh,
for
for
the
the
year
year.
2024.
Okay.
And I'll run through these real quick here.
That noise
So
scared the
starting
shit
off-
out of me, by the way.
With the total vote share, in first place we had Will with 32.8%, followed by Matt at 25.9%, Charles
I'm shocked.
25.6%, and Sam with a A good effort at 15.5%.
I'm shocked it's in double digits.
I'm surprised I was in second.
For total wins on the year, and this includes ties, of course, we have Sam with 13.
Wow.
Again, great effort. Matt with 15. Charles with 19. And bringing it home is Will with 20 wins.
Oh, you had one. Was that counting this recent one?
That was all of last year.
Okay.
There you go. So close.
I hope we get more facts.
Yeah, facts
I
are
thought we
funny.
were getting a national emergency.
Me too.
I was like,
I was
oh,
like,
shit.
this is
Amber
it.
alert.
This is it. It's so the alert is so powerful. It's honed in on this feed
Yeah.
of fucking us recording a podcast.
You know what? I hope they can do that.
I'm sure they can.
I hope so.
So Will, Charles, you did win this week,
Apparently I did.
and you found out a minute ago. What do you want to do here?
I don't know.
What do you want to do here? Do you want to make you want an IOU and a promise to the butts? You make something
Sure.
fun.
I'll do that. I got
There you go.
I got
Hey.
nothing going on this week.
You want a fun punishment?
Sure.
Make a little best of clip reel of the year.
God.
Ask the fun butts for help. Ask them for funny moments, and then you just go find them. Again, man, when I was moving from Medford to Lynn, and we couldn't record, and I put out those best of episodes, and I had people send in the clips and like a little note about that. That will bring me to tears every time I listen to that episode. Every single time. Time. People had such nice things to say about the show. I couldn't believe it. I don't know, man. Whew. I mean, they're all gone now. No one listens to the show. But man, back in the day, we had some real fans.
Yeah, this one says, looking it up here, it says, love the camaraderie, hope you're friends forever. That's really nice.
Time moves forward, everybody.
On that note, do you guys have a favorite episode of the last year? Because I think mine was probably the top 5 whatever happened to, where Sam was playing us in with the Full House theme song. Or not Full House.
It's a ridiculous
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. Yes, the Full House theme song.
Whatever happened? Man, we got to do more bit episodes.
Mine probably had to be Super Bowl commercials. Was that last year?
Yeah, that was good.
Super Bowl commercials we totally saw.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, the ones that like, man, there were so many good episodes. Now I'm looking at them. Kinks to Try This V-Day was good. I remember that. We can do that again. I mean, but for me personally, if I had to pick, because I am who I am, the government gripes episode was like, I won't even say not a lot. I don't get any opportunities to have like a long discussion about that. And honestly, I was actually very interested in what everyone else had to say, because I know I always go off the handle, but I rarely, especially like, like Sam keeps like his opinion on that stuff, whatever. And I was just like, you know what? We're gonna be all right, everybody. There was no, fucking better match to be like, you know what I hate? When Congress isn't diversified. It was like some bullshit like that, just to get me going. But like, I love that episode. That was very, very fun for me. I could just go on that stuff forever. But who would want to hear that? And people already do it, so I just listen to them.
Listen, that was a good one. It wasn't no top 5 goos, but it was.
That's true. It was not. Sam, you were right. It was not top 5 goos. Let's do top 5 goo gripes.
Not enough of it.
Goo gripes.
Yeah, but it was a good year, and thanks to everyone on the show. Thanks to Charles, big time, really stepping it up on the production side. Again, not trying to like be super gay or anything, but like this show happens now more because of everyone but me, and it has to be that way, or else the show probably wouldn't even happen at all. So to everyone who enjoys the show now, and because I used to get messages from people when I would like bitch about stuff, and I would get messages from people like thanking me for like the work I do and the effort I put into it and all the stuff I do, and like just not a ton, but I got like a good handful from time to time when people would be like, I just want to like throw out some appreciation. So those messages got to go to the other guys, Charles, Will, Sam, who's on the road most of the time, but does what is needed when asked, and is like, I don't know. It's just I'm very thankful for this crew. I say it all the time, and I still mean it. But man, for the love of God, get new haircuts, everybody. I'm so sick of it. Everyone needs to shave their head in solidarity.
I have a wedding this year. I'm not cutting this hair off.
Ooh, do it the night before.
No, God, no.
Yeah, big reveal. Come on, upstage your soon-to-be wife.
Make her. I cut my hair, cut my beard off. She's like, "Ooh."
Wear your hair down.
Last
Get the
time
same
I did
haircut.
that,
No, get your hair styled just like your wife does.
I think we're going to be using the same person.
Do it.
Like last time I wore my hair down, apparently one of us in the what was it, the confessions thing, apparently had wet dreams about us. So
Who? What?
if you go
was
to the
us?
confessions channel, the last one was I had several wet dreams about one of my fellow co-hosts on Top 5 of Death. I know what you're thinking. This isn't Sam. So, and of course that happened right after I wore my hair down for a whole episode. So
Will?
I don't know what.
It wasn't
I've
me.
never had one.
A wet dream? I've never had a wet dream. I've had wet shit pants like last week, but never a wet dream.
Unless we have an old host in there somewhere.
Oh,
It's possible.
I mean, it is
back to
possible.
Back to your hair. I do think you should wear it down, and you should wear a white tuxedo.
Well, that's already out of the cards. I don't have a choice in my tuxedo. So
No.
You're not married yet. You don't have to listen to her.
we have picked out enough stuff that I'm just like, whatever. I got the venue I wanted and the food. I'm good to go. I got that work done.
You have to run to the venue. Everyone, you have to, the parking. The distance between the parking lot and the venue is 2.8 miles.
It's not even a 5K. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It's chump change miles.
I think you should roll up in a limo with a pickup truck bed, and in the bed is a treadmill. So you drive up, you're running.
That'd be so funny. So Charles, you went back and looked at our predictions from last year. Do you have those all queued up?
I do. I have the list in front of us.
Okay. So who got what right? How did we do?
Well, Sam got one thing right. Apple Vision Pro will shit the bed.
Oh, it
Nice.
nice. Shit the bed. They're not making it anymore.
They're not making it anymore?
They're not.
Oh, wow.
They're not producing any new ones.
So they're not making
Still
them
have
anymore.
some.
Yeah.
Like they might come out with a second one or something, but they're just like, no, we're not putting any more money into this right now. So.
No shit, huh? Wow.
All your other ones, we will see X go under. Didn't happen.
Idiot.
Britney,
Yeah.
the death of Britney Spears. Didn't
That was a
happen.
good guess.
Yeah, good guess though. I still don't know how to gauge Robert Eggers' 2024 Nosferatu will win an Academy Award in 2025. I don't know how to gauge that. And then your prediction of Biden wins, then dies before he can start his next term. So instead of going with Kamala Harris, we start a civil war. Didn't happen.
We got close.
Would have been fun.
We had a lot of good options, and we all had a similar thread here. But only thing I got right was Godzilla -1 wins an Oscar.
I would have been against that too.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, that was that was my closest one. Ric Flair didn't die. Trump did make the ballot. 2024 is going to be the best, but high box office, but shitty movies. Which actually, apparently, I was proven wrong because they're all sequels and they all did really well. But and then Tony Khan's removed for AEW Creative Control. Still hasn't happened. Will, you had the Boston Celtics will win the NBA championship. That happened. We see Bitcoin at an all-time high, which was correct.
Switched.
Wow, 2 for 2.
But that's where it stops because The Rock didn't beat Roman Reigns. We had presidential debates.
That was shocking.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Streaming services didn't consolidate. If anything, I think we got more. And then I think Matt had the most correct predictions.
Really? I don't even remember what they were.
The great reveal of Alien Evidence. I feel like that's somewhat correct. It's just it's there. Scene hair is gonna make a comeback, which was true.
I fucking nailed it. I know my culture.
I don't know how to gauge MCU starts to course correct. I don't
Hey,
know.
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yeah,
Deadpool, Wolverine, the
success of
announcement of RDJ as Doom,
Yeah, true.
right?
Yeah.
People are more excited about this upcoming phase than the last phase. I can tell you
that's
that.
for sure.
Yeah. This is also partial correct. Top 5 of Death will have a regular live stream show. We don't have a regular live stream show, but we have a video component now.
We're getting there.
And Trump 2024. That was
Of course.
Yeah.
Never had a single doubt.
There
Except for
we
all
go.
those doubts. Except for all those doubting moments.
So that was our predictions for 2024.
All right. You know what? You're welcome, everybody. Got my crystal ball right here. So let's do 2025. Let's see who's got some good predictions for 2025. Who would like to start? I call not it. No, it's Ghost.
I'll start.
All right. Sam's up.
Sucker.
Nerd.
Okay, for this one, I do need one bit of information. What's the current generation of kids that are about like 10 years old? What are they called?
The next generation,
The alpha.
Alpha.
it's alpha, right?
alpha?
I think those would be
Beta's
alphas.
happening. Beta's happening right now, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, how old are the beta kids?
Like a week.
Babies.
Okay,
Like
babies,
a month.
babies. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so all right. So because things are cyclical and the 90s are in, Generation Alpha is going to start to adapt the phrase.
The phrase.
Oh, and
hope so.
and the phrase. So we get Tim Allen noises coming back for Generation Alpha is my number 5 prediction.
Hell yeah.
I'm into that. I can't wait to see those TikTok reels of just.
Do we know any other Gen Alpha phrases?
From that, so. Oh, no. Would they be? Yeah, I do that.
Listen, it could be if the trend continues. The trend that I'm starting.
There it is.
That's good.
How does he not have a fucking Congressional Medal of Freedom? He's contributed so much to the United States.
It's probably because he's a felon.
I was gonna say because he's a snitch.
Because he's a snitch ass felon.
But that's a contribution. He's helping law enforcement. Man. God, I love Tim Allen. Do no wrong, except for all the wrong drug
for all
charges that he did.
All that heroin smuggling.
Come on, it was the 80s.
Yeah, he was one step away from life in jail.
That's crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
my shoulder.
Excited for
that's
his new show?
What is it called? The Republican Father.
Basically, like all of his other shows. This one is called Shifting Gears, and it's with Kat Denning.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think she plays his daughter who like has to come home.
Has to come home from college and her hair's all blue and he's got to deal with that.
I don't know.
Which is just Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore over and over again. We're living through Son-in-Law is what I'm trying to tell everybody. If people are like, "Oh, you send your kids off to college to come back and blah blah blah," yes, it's the premise of the movie Son-in-Law, and it's a great movie. Everyone grows.
Did you know Kat Dennings is married to Andrew WK?
Which
I think
Andrew
I did.
WK.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know.
motherfucker. You motherfucker. How dare you bring that up? That's insider information.
Oh. Yeah.
Man, I miss Andrew WK a lot. That I Get Wet album is so good, and it will motivate me to do something of like physical exertion for like a few minutes, and that's the most I can hope for. But that album will do it. It's so good.
What does present day Andrew WK look like?
I bet exactly the same with more gray hair.
He looks like a white Jason Momoa.
Actually, yeah.
You know what? Pretty accurate.
That's
All
spot
right.
on. This man's got gray hair. Damn.
Yeah, it's going to be you soon, Charles.
I hope so.
Yep. Let's see. Will, why don't you go next? Number 5.
Sure. My number 5 is going to be a repeat of one of my picks last year,
Okay.
and
Double
that
it
is
down.
the Celtics go back to back.
Oh my God, this man loves his Celtics.
It's an easy one. It's an easy one. It's a number 5. They're far and away odds-on favorite right now at plus 200. Only really Oklahoma City's in the real same realm as them, but they're young and experienced.
Well,
think
I've
there's any
only
other
seen
way.
one game, and they lost that game. So as far as I'm concerned, they're terrible.
Well, that settles that.
You heard it here first, folks.
Sorry, Tatum, Brown. Matt said you guys aren't doing it.
That's right. I still think the Chicago Bulls are the best.
Yep. Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan can't beat that team.
They're great.
I think
Horace
they're making a
Grant.
comeback.
Yeah, well, you know, I hope they do win because everyone seems to be happy around here, and that's
We are.
nice.
And it'll solidify this core team as, a premier franchise. I think they've got a few championships in the next 5 years.
Who's their You think local sports fever shifts from the Patriots to the Celtics because they're going to be such a dominant team?
It already has, yeah.
All right.
I mean, maybe not numbers-wise, but the Celtics are the only team that are worth a shit right now in Boston. The Bruins are trying to make a comeback, but they're
Ain't gonna happen.
struggling a little bit.
Bruins are old. I don't know what new
They're
people are.
restructuring a little bit.
Yeah.
They lost some of the older talent and captains.
Captains.
They're still decent. But yeah, Celtics, they're primed. They're the deepest team in basketball. So they should be very, very good for at least the next 3 or 4 years.
But I got an ad in the mail the other day. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming by, and they might,
Shit.
they might challenge
Celtics are
them.
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to see them in the playoffs.
Oh man.
One guy that does a backflip over a dunk tank and
Yeah.
dunks it.
He spit the ball on his finger. Just take it.
What a great idea for a movie where the Harlem Globetrotters are like forced into legitimately competing, but they have to break all their habits.
Oh my God.
One team's plane went down, so they had to scramble to find a whole new team to replace them.
I wish sports were more like the old wrestling territories, and like one team could just go to another team's territory and challenge them for their local title.
Hell yeah.
They did start this silly little in-season tournament last year, where it's like it's already done, but early in the season they do like a fake tournament, and then some team wins, and it's like you're the mid-season champion, and it's really quite pathetic.
Who cares? What a waste. What a waste of time.
Pretty much. It's really just a gateway to get. They're going to be playing more games in Saudi Arabia. All the money for this thing is coming from Saudi, who have their fingers in everything with that national sports entertainment fund that they have.
Well, they're multi-trillionaires.
So is that what the mid-season title came from? Is that the equivalent of the big green belt?
Yeah,
Or those
Almost
other belts they
1-to-1.
just gave Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan, but then took them away and gave them a big ring? That made sense. But you can go to the fan experience over there to go see those belts. Those
and who
prestigious
wouldn't want
belts.
to do that?
I love going to Saudi Arabia.
That's where I want to see all of my WWE memorabilia. All from the past generations. I want to go all the way over there.
You know who else
No.
loves Saudi Arabia? Women.
I mean, you don't have to drive.
Because
so
it's
you got that.
mandatory.
They don't have to drive.
Yeah. I'd like to live in a place where everyone chauffeured my ass around. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway,
Anyway, Charles, what's
Celtics.
up with you? Celtics for Will. Charles, what do you got?
I gotta repeat that. I think this is my third year in a row trying to predict it.
Here he
Ric
comes.
Flair
Ric Flair.
dies.
Yep.
Ric Flair dies.
He has another match in him, man.
Yeah, one more match. He
I saw
apparently
that.
wanted to wrestle Bronson Reed, which Bronson Reed tweeted out, "Do you guys want to watch me kill a man?"
Kinda.
You know what? I'd watch that match. Holy shit! Because Bronson Reed is a monster.
I want Bronson Reed, and I want that.
I just picture him going up for the fucking tsunami, and he hits it, and there's just
Like jumping on a skinned watermelon.
it just splats out. Ric Flair's gone.
Bronson Reed, top rope, in the air, comes down. Just fucking blood everywhere.
Listen, Flair just wants to die in the ring.
Yeah,
Let the
him.
man
I
die
say
in the
let
ring.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna die on camera because he's been on kind of a world tour of late, like doing podcasts. He did kill Tony
yeah.
and made an absolute ass of himself
Ow.
because he was just too drunk.
Hello, where they from, people? Ooh.
Yeah,
He did that. He was on camera at what, like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that in Florida, like plastered at like 1 PM.
Like getting in a fight with somebody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's one of those things where it's like this in a regular case. It's like this is a sad case, but everyone's like, fuck Ric Flair. Who cares?
Charles.
Just let
I
him
think
do
it's a
it.
great pick, but he seems to be getting stronger as time goes on.
He is. He's one of those people. Apparently, like, yeah, to live long, you just have to trash your body for decades.
He was on his deathbed like 2 years ago.
Well,
Major heart attack or stroke or something.
he's going strong now. But yeah, Ric Flair dies.
There you go.
I hope we fast forward now to 10 years in the future, and Charles is like, all right, my prediction for this year. Ric Flair dies.
It's going to be a big party when you finally get it right.
Yeah, we're gonna be so excited. Can't wait to celebrate it.
Yeah.
Finally.
We'll order Woo Wings.
Has anyone had his like any of his Woo products, like Woo Energy?
I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, he
If
has
I
an
saw
energy
it,
drink based on
I'd
mushrooms.
buy one.
Sounds terrible.
He has Woo Wings as well. You know, he has a whole product line.
I mean, you gotta
know he sells
market
weed.
yourself. Sells
Woo
weed?
weed. Is it
Yeah,
Woo
he's
weed?
got a- I think so.
This is you call a wood. It just looks like wood. Wood.
Ric Flair
all right.
Drip Global. Yep. Ric Flair Drip Global is an extraordinary balance of premium and affordable hemp-derived cannabis.
Enough, everybody.
Yep.
Enough with it. All right, let's see. My number 5 prediction is, and they've kind of already been teasing it and rumblings about it, but I bet it happens. I bet Jonathan Majors comes back to the MCU.
As what? I was.
As Kang.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they're going to give him another role.
No, well, they haven't touched the character. Nothing's changed with the character as far as the story goes. They just pivoted to RDJ as the big bad. But I mean, all his stuff got dropped. I think later in the year you'll hear like a little bit more reports about it, but I don't know. I think I'll put it this way. If they're moving forward with What's-Her-Face as Snow White after all the fucking shit she's said and done as an absolute horrid person, they can at least fucking give Kang a little bit of some fucking flowers in the MCU with this guy. But yeah, I don't know. I just I think it gets confirmed that he comes back to the MCU. I don't know, and I don't know how, right? I don't know how or what, but I mean, he could be the introduction for Doom, right? He could film something where like I don't know, Doom gets a hold of his time shit or whatever. I don't know, but that's my prediction.
What if he comes back just for like that brief on-screen moment, like Kang's back, and then just Doom just walks in and just smashes him?
Then
That's it. That's all
I'd
he
still be
gets.
right. I'd still be right, and that's all that matters to me. But yeah,
Is Jonathan Majors like a star outside of being cast as Kang?
yeah. He was
Yeah.
he was in the Creed whatever.
Creed 3.
Creed 3. He
What was
was
that HBO?
yeah, in that
doc
big show.
show?
Is that it wasn't Bridgerton, right?
No, he was in I have
He
to
was in
look it up now.
Beef.
I'm just curious if Marvel, like, because I know obviously they cast him as an important character, but like, are they like, oh shit, we really need this guy because he's going to draw people, or just like, oh, we really just need a king? And in that case, does King? I don't know much about him. Does he get like a mask at some point? Can he just be anyone? Like,
Well, did you see Ant-Man Quantum Verse?
yes.
The thing is he was a good Kang.
Yeah.
I think that's more people liked him as Kang. I liked him as Kang. I thought
He's a
his
good
character.
actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I think his role will be diminished, but I think changing him out or getting rid of the character entirely is a worse move than just having him come back to like do one or two more things and kind of round out whatever the fuck's going on with his character. But what do I know? I'm only the most accurately predicting person. But that's me.
Hey,
That's my number 5.
DC kept Ezra Miller, so
Yeah.
God, yeah.
And I like Ezra Miller. I like him. I feel like I'm in the minority, but I like him as Flash. I thought it was fun. I thought he was funny.
I'm still so dumbfounded by that because they got rid of Henry Cavill but kept Ezra Miller.
Who fucking knows?
What? Yeah.
But yeah. All right, number 4, Sam, prediction.
ooh, all right, good segue. Because my number 4 is Superman good? Question mark. I think Superman's going to be the first really good DC movie, and it's gonna turn the tide for that whole universe.
Hopefully, right? That's kind of what we hope for. Yeah, I mean, you would think so. I don't know. I don't know. I have no reason to think otherwise, other than just like historical context of those DC movies.
I had Kaylee watch the trailer, and she's like, I don't want to watch this trailer. I was like, watch the trailer, and like 5 seconds into it, the dog appears. She's like, I'm in.
Crypto the Superdog.
Man, it looks fun. It looks totally different than any of the other DC movies. It's not dark looking. It looks bright and fun, and if we got a fucking James Gunn directing it, I get high hopes for it.
There's a ton of heroes in there with like just doing the Marvel approach of just like, here they are. This is them.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That was my one criticism of the whole trailer was like they just showed everything. They showed their whole hand right out the gate.
Yeah, I guess there's a whole bunch more too.
You could have just ran with Crypto the dog, and everyone would have been in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
The first DC movie that's come out in probably since Batman vs Superman that I have any interest in seeing before it's come out.
Jesus.
Martha. I'm the opposite. I will just wait for this to come to home till HBO Max, and I'll watch it there.
No, you got to go see it in a big old
No.
theater.
This is not my Superman. So
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I am not super pumped on the casting of this guy. He does not look like Superman to me, but I'm whatever about it.
you know what? We're back to soft body heroes, so we're going cyclical. We're right back into the 90s to the 2000s where people are just shirtless and they have no definition. So that's what it's going to be. I want my Superman to be unbelievable like Henry Cavill.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Never going to let it go. Which I also forgot, we didn't mention it last week. Henry Cavill as Wolverine in Deadpool Wolverine. Like, I ripped through my own pants.
Front
I
or
forgot.
back?
Man,
Or back.
both. Couldn't believe it. But yeah.
That's so funny.
Did anybody see the Saturday Night Live skit that they just did with Superman, and he flies into Lois Lane's apartment and has to deal with her roommate who's fucking insane?
Oh,
No,
No.
it's very funny. All right, since you haven't seen it, I'll leave it there, but you should check it out.
All right, I will watch it. I just watch SNL skits when they're recommended to me because I can't watch that fucking show anymore.
Yeah.
But whenever they're not just being blatant propagandists, like when they have like a genuine skit, they're usually pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
I just hope that in the Superman movie, the Crypto the Super Dog is like really dark and savage and just like overuses his powers. And Superman's like, God damn it. He just killed the
He's a
whole
real
village
villain.
again.
Take shits that just burn into the Earth's core, and then he. I don't know much about that lore.
He's a dog.
All right.
He's a
Got
super
powers.
dog.
He's from Krypton. Yeah. All right, cool. Will, number 4.
My number 4 is related to the Diddy lawsuit. And my
Okay.
prediction is that 2 or less nameworthy people will ever be named in this case. Even though it's very clear there's dozens and dozens of A and B listers that have been involved.
Well, yeah, that's probably true. But if you ever had a chance for it to actually be exposed with the new administration and Department of Justice, this would be your only shot. But who knows? I mean, Kash Patel and the FBI's. I mean, people say a lot of things before they get into their positions, but he's always been like, everything's getting released when I get in there. That's kind of been his thing the whole time. So we'll see.
Yep, I've heard him say that about that in the JFK articles and all that. But
Yeah, he said that he's read the whole file, and then he was just like, so somebody asked him, they were like, so what's in it? He's like, it's kind of like it's like everyone knows this, everyone knows the story already, which is like kind of just being like, yeah, the CIA did it. Like, it's not going to be like, but he kind of was just like, it's really not a whole, it's not as like sexy as everyone thinks it's going to be, or like not even close. So we'll see.
I'm just jaded. The Epstein thing went down, and that's basically over. I don't think we're getting any information out of that.
Well, that's the other thing
this
he's supposedly supposed to be wanting to release too.
Never happened. He's on the fucking list.
Kash Patel,
No, Trump.
he's on the list for what?
At the
He's on the
Epstein list.
flight logs.
He's all over that island.
Yeah.
A lot of people. No, he
Yeah,
never
a lot
went
of
to the island. He's not on the flight logs to go to any island. He's on the flight logs because I think the story he's used the plane twice, so he's on the flight logs. But that's it.
Okay, maybe he wasn't on the island, but I guarantee he used Epstein's services at some point in his life.
I don't know. That's a pretty broad claim with no evidence.
I got a hunch. My hunches are
Yeah,
good.
a hunch. You know what? A hunch is as good as any. I mean, I don't know, maybe, but I haven't. I've seen much more damning evidence for other people than anything with him. And also, if he did or was, you'd know about it. There ain't no way. But I don't even know what the hell we were talking about. Oh, the Diddy list.
That nobody's getting named in the Diddy lawsuits.
Who
Less
knows?
than 2.
Less
You
than
might
two.
get a couple.
If
Which
it is
2 do you think
two,
it's going to be?
yeah, so I was just gonna ask that. Yeah,
Who's
Cuba
the 2?
Gooding Jr.
Oh my God, 2 people no one cares about. Cuba Gooding Jr. and
Horatio Sands.
I'd be so disappointed. I'd be so disappointed.
Fucking
Like, Horatio, you're so funny.
Once promising comedian.
Tim Allen.
Oh,
That's what sparked those coming back.
Oh yeah. Charles, Sam, Will, Charles,
Me?
Charles.
Yeah. I'm doubling down on this just to make sure. And my number 4 pick is John Cena breaks Ric Flair's championship record, which
You think
means
he gets another run before on his farewell tour?
the rumored thing is that he's going to be going against Cody for WrestleMania. That's
As
the
the
rumor.
challenger or the champion?
As the challenger against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like the end of his thing?
No, he's apparently. That was the thing. Apparently, like WrestleMania was supposed to be his last. It's his last WrestleMania, apparently, but it's not like.
Oh, I
his
see what you're
last-
saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Match. But yeah, so he's got a run. This last year. This is the whole thing. It's all John Cena.
What the fuck is on my elbow? Jesus Christ. It's
Various schmutz.
It's birdie boogers.
It reminds me of a meme I saw, or just a photo of some guy was at work at a coffee shop, and on the back of his shirt was a huge dried cum stain.
Huge, man, cum shot.
Yeah.
We was everyone think about? You know what? I'm going to make an effort now that I can to watch Raw. Now let's go into Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I haven't
I'm
been able.
into
I haven't been able to watch it. Like I don't have cable. I can't get to it or whatever. But now that I can, I'm kind of, I'd like to have some sort of episodic thing to watch, even if I watch it throughout the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been excited about this because you trying to watch it on USA sucked, so I just watched pirated streams to find it like the next day. But yeah,
You just got to DVR it.
Fuck at it. Listen, this is 2025 predictions, not fucking 2013.
Do we think Raw is still 3 hours long on Netflix?
So that's the thing is that I just read a thing Triple H in an interview. There's no time min or max. The show can go as long as it needs to. Triple H was like, if we have an hour and a half of programming and that's all we got, that's all there is. So it's like that's kind of cool. Where it's like,
Yeah.
You'll just get
Shoehorning shit in.
yeah. I think that's
Replay
awesome.
after replay.
Yeah, so
They,
they'll
I'm
have their
excited.
their Raw tapings, which will probably be the length of a show, but not everything's going to be on TV or whatever, which I think is like a really, really interesting, positive dynamic change to the whole aspect of storytelling for wrestling.
And is it not live anymore?
no, it's supposed to be.
No, it's live.
Yeah.
Does the Netflix stream hold up?
I think
sure it
it'll.
will.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. It's not like the
Tyson
Paul
fight.
Tyson fight because that was Raw's not pulling that type of viewership.
No.
Come on, maybe global, but that's more than just the one U.S. server base, whatever. But yeah, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think your prediction's pretty good. I know that they're building up this run for Cena, not technically his retirement year, but they're making it kind of clear it's his last run, where he's going to be regularly on TV. And I think if he's ever going to beat the record, it would have to be during one of these runs and not one of these one-off,
yeah,
part-timer deals.
because he's probably going to win the Rumble. He's going to show. That's probably where he'll officially show up for a match, and then at that point he'll just I figured he was just going to beat Gunther. Like I figured he was not touching Cody Rhodes because that's a ridiculous.
No, Gunther's the future.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes is barely now. He's old.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's still a gigantic draw.
Yeah.
And he hasn't changed a single thing. But he is. I think he's a year younger than me or something like that.
You're old.
Yeah. I'm technically out of my prime for most sports.
Yeah. Do you know that Charles is the same age as Mr. Miyagi from the original Karate Kid?
Yeah.
He was only 36 years old. Pat.
Wait,
Morita,
really?
When he,
Pat
it's not true.
You're lying.
I'm definitely lying. He was in his 50s.
Hey, that shit happens when you go to
Yeah.
watch old shows and they're like, "Oh, this is like an older person." You're like, "This is a person who's in their like late 30s." What do you mean they're an older person?
Yeah,
Listen.
the grandfather from Princess Bride, 34.
Ninjas don't
Columbo
kill
with-
people. Okay? Pat Morita playing ninjas kill people.
Yep. You know what they say? Ninjas don't crack.
Yep. That's what they say.
Oh boy.
Oh, you boy.
But yeah, John Cena, he just has to win one more championship, and there goes Ric Flair's whole thing. So
Listen, he can win it night one, and then rematch
Lose
night
at
two
night. Yeah, there you go.
And done.
against Ric Flair.
And that's what kills him.
Yeah, what a WrestleMania!
So many
Five
predictions
knuckle-
in one night.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right, my number 4. Here's a interesting one. A little spice here. I think in the next year, I think we find out a lot of, like, I don't know how to phrase this, to be perfectly honest, but we find out a lot of what we've always believed is incredibly wrong. My example being the food pyramid.
Oh, if anybody believes the food pyramid now,
Yeah,
why are you
that's-
still
no-
living in the 90s?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. We think that
Okay.
now, but 5 years ago, only 5 years ago, you just thought it was a food pyramid. And there's a bunch of stuff like that I think we're going to get a lot of truth telling about it, and it's going to be crazy. I don't know what else.
I feel like it would be one of those, to just give another weird example, because people do believe this, which is like raw milk is safe to ingest.
No, some
Like
people think
that'd
it is.
be some people think it is. I am not one of those people, but that
should
is
it
like
be
one of the
illegal?
movements. Should it be illegal? No, because I believe in Darwinism. So, hey, if you want to go do that, have fun. So
I don't know enough about it either
Yeah.
way. It's not. I'll put it this way:
it's
when I'm
you're
when I'm
rolling the
looking
dice.
when I'm
with
like
raw
looking
milk.
for stuff to be find out about, that one does not catch my ear or eye. When I'm just like
Yeah.
drones, political this law, this person said this, raw milk. I'm just like I just scroll past it. Like I don't care about. I'm not having any raw milk until someone's like, "You're not drinking raw milk, you're gonna die." I go, "Oh well, I guess I'll look into it."
Yeah.
But I don't know. What's well, you've looked into it. Why because I'm curious, why no raw milk? Is it because of like the bacteria that it might have or
Yeah,
whatever?
you're rolling the dice with it. That's really about it. There's chances you could get really sick from it. It really depends on however it's being handled. Because my sister is one of those people. They get raw milk from a local farm, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, really?
Like, because she has 2 kids.
Is she stronger
they
than you now, though?
God no. If anything, I was just thinking about this. I was like, man, they're sick all the time, and I'm like, could it be that they started drinking raw milk?
Does the guy Does a guy walk the cow up to your sister's door and just milk it into like a bottle for her?
A bottle.
Directly into her mouth.
Right into the mouth.
Yeah. I don't know where they get it. They probably get it at night. You know.
Is the argument that the process that it's just like too processed? Like the end result you get from like a store or something is like overly processed and introduces like bad things that way?
I don't know what the other side of it, why someone would be like, no, we have to drink raw milk. I have no idea what made her decide to start drinking it, but yeah, it is probably another one of those things of like, oh, yeah, it's being processed, so we're losing nutrients or whatever. It's like, man, we're fine. I drink apparently milk that's made from oats.
It's not milk.
Yeah, were you?
That's
That'd be worse.
that's nut.
all I know is I like it in my coffee.
There you go.
I don't understand why people would be against this either. I mean, pasteurizing is just you warm it up to a certain level to help preserve it and give it a longer shelf life.
Yep.
Yeah, but then it's got to
So
go.
you
It's got to
pasteurize
be.
it, homogenize it. And then
It's all that
go.
missing
I don't
kid
know.
propaganda. Trying to. Those kids don't even exist. Those are all AI generated kids on those cartons.
Have y'all ever gotten a carton that had a missing person on it?
I have before
I've never
in
seen
my
that.
in my younger years.
Even in my younger years, I like as a child, I was like, I don't see any of this, but I see it in TV shows and shit like
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure it was a big thing for a long time. It's fucked up. You ever go to like the post office and like you see a wall of just missing kids?
Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart
has
does it
those.
too. It's fucked up. The shit is fucked
It's
up.
depressing.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
Walmart only puts them up there because they're probably smuggling them.
I mean, at least account for them. Give them a tax ID or something.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw this kid in the back room stocking shelves.
Like this kid, he's right over there. He's putting up the new fucking Tickle Me Elmos. It's like he's not found. He's right there. He's like, this kid's right there.
Good current reference.
What'd that thing say? Nothing. The big smiley face walks me out. You didn't say anything, sir. Just put a smile on that face.
Nice.
I'm hitting
Happy
them all,
New Year.
baby. Happy New Year. That's my number 4. Sam, number 3.
All right. You almost touched on my number 3
With that fart?
With the fart. With the my number 3 is that we're gonna have a real crackdown on regulations on AI because it's getting out of control.
Good.
Someone, I heard someone, I heard someone had a great idea for this. And I really liked it. And it should be a law passed that any and all official statements from political people, and anyone can subscribe to this, has to be put on the blockchain. And that's how you verify it. Anything that does not have the blockchain signature for that person should be considered fake. And I was like, problem solved. I was like, that's a great idea.
Yep. My Kaylee's dad, he's funny. He's 80. He's gonna be 81 really soon. But he loves his reels on TikTok.
Good for him. I love that.
And Instagram and shit. So he'll be like, "Did you check this out?" And he'll show me his phone, and it'll just like start scrolling through them, which is funny. But like, I would say, because obviously, like the algorithm shows you whatever you have interest in, or it thinks you have interest in. But
I mean, mine thinks I have like an interest in like hot e-girls, and I don't know where it gets that from.
You
Talk about
stared at
Belle
one,
Delphine
Mike.
all the time.
Wait, what? Some of them are
I
so
said you're
goddamn hot.
always talking about Belle Delphine and drinking her bathwater. It's probably comes
I won't
from
drink
that.
it. I just thought it was a funny thing to buy. I thought it'd be a cool thing to own. And also, listen, there's so many more beyond Belle Delphine I've discovered. Anyway, go on.
Well, yeah. So his real feed is all AI. You know,
He loves it.
I guess so, but he's like he asked me. I think he realizes when most of the stuff is fake, but he asked me. He'll be like, "Is this real?" I'll be like, "No," because I know that like, I think for us like right now we can generally spot what AI looks like pretty quickly. It's only going to change as it gets better or whatever. But
Right.
when it can imitate someone's voice, and you know you're reaching people that aren't positive if something's real or not, like just them airing on like, well, this is probably real. That spread of misinformation is just so dangerous that it has to get cracked down on in a serious way. So
Yeah, I like that blockchain idea. I don't want government touching anything else though, because I don't trust them either. I don't even know what to do as far as that goes. I think the real problem is like in like court proceedings. You know what I mean? Where it's just like there's video evidence of the the accused doing this, and they're like, "That's AI. That's not me." It's like, well, what do you do? What do you do?
well, sir, you can clearly see you have 6 fingers in this video. Oh shit! You can never get the hands.
And it's like, will the defendant show his hands? 6 fingers. So like, oh.
This thing writes itself.
Yeah, it's a pickle. I think the blockchain thing's the best idea as far as political statements go, or just if anyone is of like a celebrity, you'd be like, listen, if it does not have my blockchain signature, I did not say it at all.
We just gotta
yeah.
get people who know how to use or see or read a blockchain in any way, or even know what it is. I guess that's a hurdle as well.
Well,
Blockchain is it's a chain of blocks, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of wooden blocks linked together by some little metal links.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have that.
Al Gore
I can't wait
invented it.
I can't wait to see all our politicians just dragging those around.
I mean, you know what? It's a whole new industry, right? You have companies that'll be like, oh, we'll be your blockchain, supplier, or, people that just set it up. And then you just have like a public registry of everyone's blockchain signatures, and you go, oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy though. That is, I don't know. I don't want any regulation for anything ever, except for wild cases, or I'm just like hesitant on it. But I don't know. That's a tough one.
I can certainly see the case needing to be made for reeling some of this stuff in, because it's growing exponentially. I mean, even from last year, the videos you see now are so much harder to tell.
I know.
unless there is the appendage.
Right. And
from-
I was like, man,
You have extra arms, but the main thing is, I have absolutely zero faith that the government can implement any kind of regulation successfully, because they're not the innovators of this shit.
yeah,
They only know what has been released to us. So,
right.
I-
Yeah, it is
should
getting
something
out of
be
hand.
done? Maybe, but
I mean, I was shocked to realize that all those Taylor Swift blowjob videos I've been watching were fake. I thought they were legit.
Me too.
still get the job done.
The penis changed in every frame.
Well, I
are different
superimposed
eras.
I put my penis into the movie.
Different
Oh.
eras.
All right, but it's weird because when I do that, there's like this gap between like where the person should be sucking a dick and just like nothing, and then they finally get to my dick. It's like, why are you starting so far back?
It's just a template.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a case for you. I just saw this right before we started recording. There was a website or an app out there, an AI site, where you can feed in a picture of any like person, and then they will make a video of you kissing them.
Oh yeah, like people have been doing it with like wrestlers a bunch of lately.
Yeah, like using somebody else's likeness. That's where I think the government can probably do something. Basically copyright law.
Listen, I put everyone I know through the nudifier all the time. So
I hate it.
the funny thing is, Sam's never photographed a real dog, and now he's really showing his hand here.
All these dogs with extra nostrils and things that might be wings.
Yep.
Wait a second. Junie doesn't have 3 legs.
Oh shit! 6 legs.
That's good. Will.
Number 3. My number 3 is video game related, and I think we're finally here where Half-Life 3 gets an official release date. Now, for you guys who aren't PC gamers, this might not seem like a big deal to you, but the original Half-Life came out in 1998 to much success. Still heralded as one of the best games of all time. And then you had a couple other releases of Half-Life 2 in 2004, and then some episodes in 2007. So we're looking at, going on almost 20 years without a proper sequel, and the fans are dying for it. There's been a lot of leaks recently, but there's been a lot of leaks in the last 15 years, so it hasn't meant much. It's kind of like if anybody remembers the Duke Nukem game that was delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed, and then finally came out and people were like, this is dog shit. I think the fanfare's there, but Valve never really disappoints when they release a new IP.
I was gonna say, is it too overhyped? Could it even like live up to the expectation people have for it?
So the thing with that is they always have lived up to the hype. Even with their latest release, which wasn't really in the same line of games when they come out with Half-Life Alyx, the VR model. It exceeded everyone's expectations. And Half-Life 2 exceeded everyone's expectations. So they have a good track record. We have to just wait and see.
I gotta get a VR system.
I'll sell you mine. I don't use it.
No, I have one that I don't use. I just want like I want the easy one.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. As much as I hate Meta and Facebook,
I know. I just want to put it
wireless,
on. I just want to
the
put it on.
integration. They have all these rights deals. They have this thing where you can watch basketball games live, but you're virtually courtside.
That's
And,
sick.
You look up and down, but you can't get it on other systems because they made a fucking
Yeah.
deal with the NBA.
That'd be fucking fun as shit. If I was into basketball, I'd be all over that.
Yeah, I'd love to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time coming. Come on, Valve.
Come on,
So
Valve.
They're PC only, right?
No,
think
well,
they
the
got-
standalone ones are just that. They can be completely standalone, but they run kind of way less impressively.
Yeah, Matt, you missed the question.
What? Oh, you're
I thought
talking about the
Sam was
game? I
asking.
thought you were talking about
The
VR
game.
systems.
Yes. Sorry. Going back to Will's choice of Half-Life. Like Half-Life is PC only.
Yeah, they might have released it on.
I mean, I was thinking for consoles or whatever, like you have to work within the confines of like that system. And if you're in development for 15 years, you're blowing through like different generations of systems
Yeah.
and probably having to like backtrack and like rebuild architecture or some bullshit like that. Where for PC, like I don't know if you have that sort of restriction.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they would definitely launch on PC only. I want to say they did release years later on console too, but
Well, because how long is like a Grand Theft Auto 6 been in production?
oh yeah,
14 decades.
Because
Does that come out this year?
I think it's supposed
No.
next year.
Is it
Yeah.
next year now?
2025. So it'll be 12 years since Grand Theft Auto 5.
Wow. No,
Wow.
it's got to be longer than that. It's got to be longer because I have such like a distinct memory of playing that when it came out and living in a completely different place, like different, girlfriend, different life entirely, and this was so many years ago. It's for the Xbox 360 or something. Not.
Well, that you might be thinking of Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh, am I?
Vice, was that San Andreas?
It doesn't seem long enough ago.
It's just called Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like the time between like Vice City and San Andreas was like nothing, and now it's like it's 10 plus years.
Well, they've been making such a killing on the online thing with
I know why even bother?
V-Bucks or whatever. But yeah,
V-Bucks.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was 2013, and 2008 was Grand Theft Auto 4.
No,
So-
okay, that's what I'm thinking of then.
And the next one almost made my prediction list. Well, unless anybody else has Grand Theft Auto related stuff.
Nope.
No,
I was going to say that Grand Theft Auto 6, when it launches next year, will be instantly a top 10 selling game of all time within
Oh,
a couple
for
of
sure.
months.
Yeah.
how
I
is
wouldn't
it
even
not?
say a couple of months. I would probably say within the first or second month at this point.
So a couple months.
You know what? 1 month.
Oh, fantastic.
I wouldn't say a couple months, maybe one or two.
I'll buy it right off the bat. That's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Ne-
I just want to see
probably-
what that hooker. I want to see what that hooker interaction's like.
I'm never gonna probably buy it. I
Why?
didn't play the last one. I didn't play 5.
Yeah, I don't play anything.
San
I'm not gonna
Andreas was
buy
like-
anything.
San Andreas was like peak for me, and I'm good.
You know what game is basically like that, but like for me at least, probably more enjoyable. I'm playing the Spider-Man 2 or whatever. Did anybody play that game? It's
Is that on PC
Heard
now?
it's awesome.
it is awesome. It's just gigantic open world, main mission, but also all the side mission. Just very much structured like Grand Theft Auto, except you're fucking Spider-Man. You're swinging through the city. It's awesome.
Yeah, I bought.
Oh, I
that was
can't
the
get
other game I
lost.
bought my PS4 Pro for, is to play that game, and I just didn't.
Good, get it on PS5.
I still have to get a fucking upgrade my console so I can play fucking Marvel Rivals. I still haven't played that game. I mean, this whole thing, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a fucking big night. Oh, I'm gonna have maybe get the fun butts together. We'll try it out on its. I don't fucking even have it. I haven't played it. I watch people play it. So fucking mad. I just want to go ruin people's. I want to be on everyone's team, and they're like, this Hulk just jumps in every fucking time. I'll go, that's what the Hulk would do. Okay, you're playing to win. I'm living a fantasy. Okay, so we're playing different games here. You can keep trying to win, but every time I spawn, I'm gonna pretend I'm more angry, and I'm just gonna run and jump into the fray every time. So suck on that, everyone else.
Hulk smash.
Hulk. All right, who's up next?
Me.
Charles.
My number 3 is Wicked Part 2 will not be as popular as 1.
It won't be as
popular. Yes.
It's not as popular.
If anyone's familiar with it, the Broadway show, like they've already done their major number. That's
Oh,
end
in the
of
first one?
Yeah, Defying
Oh,
Gravity's
yeah.
at the end of the first one. After that, you're just telling the rest of the story. So I just don't think it's going to have the same appeal as it has.
Why would they do that?
It's a long ass story. It's the same way for the Broadway show, though. Ugh.
Yeah,
So-
but the Broadway show, the second half is not as long as the first.
Yeah, but well, I would hope not because part 1 is almost a 3-hour movie. So, yeah.
Oh, it says here with new tracks by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh no!
Sliding in there.
I was a witch on the street and I didn't know what to do. And then I look up in the sky and said, "Who are you?" I'm the witch and I'm green and I might be mean, but yo, this that's what the rest of the movie's gonna be.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Just like the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. I'm a woman and I don't got no pussy. That's the Little Mermaid one.
Oh,
That was a hidden track. You missed it.
I really missed that one. Then.
Flounder drops the N bomb. So I was putting that there.
That was an edgy new Little Mermaid.
It's true.
Listen, Aquafina, she can say it.
Grab a voice and some characters. I do like
like her.
Aquafina though.
I do, yeah.
Her voice is just that.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much to discuss about it, but that's my prediction.
Okay.
uh,
I gotta be honest. I don't remember what it was.
Wicked Part 2 is not,
Wicked, yeah,
not
that's
going to be
right.
as successful as number 1.
Well, since obviously they're not adding new tracks by Lin-Manuel Miranda, what do you think they expand it in some way to make it more watchable?
Do you
I
think
don't
they
think
bring it
so.
up to? Oh my god! Oh.
I don't.
You know what make me watch it? You know what make me watch it is at the end of the movie, it brings it up to present day Dorothy.
Did you present day Dorothy is in like Wizard of Oz level?
Yes.
Well, have you seen Wicked Part 1?
No.
Because that's how Wicked opens, is the fallout right after the witch is dead.
That's a different timeline. I
Do
thought
you
Wicked
mean
was a
present-
prequel.
It is, but they're so it starts there and then they backtrack.
Oh,
It's when Glinda the Good Witch lands in Munchkin.
Munchkinland.
Yeah, Munchkinland releases the news, and then they're like, "Oh, weren't you friends with her?" And like that's how we get the whole flashback scenario.
Oh. Is there a Dorothy in it?
Like a quick shot of them and a wide shot. So
It's the back of her head, so you can't tell if it's Feruza Balk or not.
Can't tell if it's Wendy from the Wendy's logo.
yeah,
Just fucking, she turns around, just fucking pale faced through those freckles. Man, I don't know.
I think that for some reason, I think a lot of people that went to see it or got taken to see it didn't know it was a musical, which I think is funny.
Who
I
didn't
kept-
know it was a musical?
I've heard that from several people that have been like, I didn't realize it'd be a musical. I just rolled into a random theater and this is what I was seeing.
I've only had that happen to me once, and that was Sweeney Todd. Didn't see any trailers about it. Was not told it was a musical. I was just told it was
really?
Johnny Depp doing the thing. So I went in and they just started singing. And I looked at my friend. I was like, "What's happening right now?"
And that's a Sondheim musical, right? So that's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the music's yeah.
You know what musical was not legit was the Joker.
on-
Folia
Folia
Du.
Du-
It's on Max now. I haven't watched it yet. I'm nervous.
We watched it. It's a
Bad?
fucking mess.
Really? It's that bad? I gotta watch it.
It's just like it's part court procedural, and then
Right.
part like musical that no one asked for, as in like they're all like cover songs that they're like talk singing.
Ugh.
Oh, fun.
So there's not original music, and there's not like Lady Gaga, who's this amazing singer. It's not like they're like sing like as best as you can. They're like, no, your character can't sing, so neither can you.
Ah.
Anyways, we'll do a chart on that.
Tim Dillon has is like a little cameo in that movie, and he talks about doing it. It's so fucking funny. Tim Dillon's so goddamn funny. But he's
Why
like
is Tim Dillon in that movie?
I don't know. He's like I got to be a part of the worst movie ever made, and like he just went on this whole thing, and he's talking about how no one knew what was going on as it was going on, and he was just like, He's like, and he's like my, so and so buddy in the scene partner there, and we were talking about that, and we were just looking at each other, and we were going, "This is not gonna be good." he's like, no one took any direction from me. I heard her sing, and she's just going, "Joker, there's always a Joker," and I'm just sitting there going, "Cut her mic, cut her mic." When he goes on a rant, it's the best. It's the absolute best. Also,
Good review.
if anyone wants you got to listen to the Tim Dillon show. Just listen to the beginning Tim Dillon show of his episode after Thanksgiving when he talks about his Thanksgiving. It's so fucking funny. Just a little podcast wreck for people out there.
So yeah, Wicked Part 2. Poo poo.
Yeah, poo poo poo. Okay. Let's see.
Matt.
My number three. I'm going to predict a death. I want to predict a death here.
Mhm.
Just because I've only seen him a couple times recently, and they did not look good.
Mhm.
I think in 2025 we lose Morgan Freeman.
Oh, jeez. It's a big loss.
I died in 2025. Yeah. I saw him sing a song on the New Year's Eve show for something.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure if he knew where he was. And then he got a Medal of Freedom. And I don't know if he knew where he was.
Medal of Freeman.
Medal of Freeman. They named the medal after me. But yeah, I think something's up, and I think we lose him.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, sorry, everybody.
Is he in movies anymore?
I don't know. I don't think he knows either. I have no idea.
Bet against
Oh,
that.
here's something I didn't know. My wife watched a movie the other day that was made by Clint Eastwood, and I thought he's been dead for years.
No, he's still kicking.
I did not. I thought he's been dead.
Which movie did she watch?
And some recent one. I have
The
no
last one
idea.
I saw the Mule. I think it was the last one I saw from him.
Might have been that.
It's good. Listen, guy might be yelling at chairs and in his late 90s or whatever, but guy knows tension. He knows story.
What a dumb thing. Why do people do dumb things? People should hire me for stuff like that. They go, here's a running order of everything we have planned. I'll look at it, I'll go, what is this? And I go, well, we're going to have Clint Eastwood talk to an empty chair. It's going to be very symbolic. And I'm going to go, no, it's not. It's going to be the butt of every joke in the world. What are you doing? How do you think this is going to be perceived? God, so stupid.
Clint.
Dumb.
Let's all watch Gran Torino
That's a great movie.
in his
Hell
honor.
That's
yeah.
when he should have stopped.
Yeah, he should have doubled down on that. It should have been way harder in like Gran Torino 2 and 3 and then a fourth. And then pass the torch to a younger old white guy. Just continue it on.
I think it should have been like Gran Torino 3. He says something racist to the wrong neighborhood kids and they just shoot him.
Yeah. That's the end of it. He goes, well, what did we all learn? That's right. You got to move out of these places. Like me. That's why I'm moving. So that's why I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You should teach some like underprivileged family like important life lessons and like how to rebuild a car or something before you go.
I'll teach them something. You know what I'll teach them? Improv skills. Okay, we're going to play a little game called Zip Zap Zop. All right, ready? I'm going to say zip.
It's just like Gran Torino, except
Just
everyone's
like
doing
Gran Torino.
impressions of the singer from the B-52s, the Fred Schneider.
That's right. Hey, Fred Schneider, what are you doing? I'm teaching a youth how to build a car. Improv's so fucking gay. But man, is it fun, and when it's great, it's great.
I'll greenlight that project.
Thank you. Yeah, so Morgan Freeman, R.I.P. I'm so sorry, sir. Hate to be the kiss of death, but here we are. All right, Sam?
My number 2 is also a death,
Okay.
and it's not that far away from Morgan Freeman. It is Jack Nicholson.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That one's a little bit of a shocker. I actually have another death prediction, but I'll save it for later.
All right. Yeah. Jack Nicholson, 87, I think.
87 years old.
Obviously he hasn't been in like great physical condition in 50 years or something like that. I'm just playing the percentages on this one.
Pretty good.
I think
Pretty good
this
guess.
is his year.
You ever seen the interaction between him and Jennifer Lawrence at like some like interview awards show or whatever?
No, did he try to honk her boob?
No, but like, man, I don't know. It's just like watching just game between the both of them, and it was like, I don't know. It's kind of cool to like watch these two, this like old, famous kind of like, not, I won't say womanizer, but like, a player. And then like Jennifer Lawrence, who's like this like young starlet, and she's just like, they're just like, I don't know. He like comes up to her. She's like doing an interview, and he comes up to her, and he like kind of scares. He's like, oh, he's just like, I think he's like, oh, I just wanted to say hi, and I saw, whatever, and she's like, I thought you were wonderful, and she's like, oh my god, thank you, blah blah blah, and he's just like, and then he said something. He's like, you look like an old girlfriend of mine. And she like laughed. She's like, oh, how about? She's like, can I look like a new girlfriend of yours? And he's like, oh, I'll talk to you later. And it's just like this whole thing, and like he walks away, and she's just like, I don't know, like starstruck that like Jack, that whole thing happened. I'm like, man, old Hollywood, fucking cool. Like, I don't know, for all its problems, man, it's fucking cool as shit.
There's not a lot of those guys left from
No.
that era.
Nope.
They're all gonna die this year, according to our list.
It's about time.
Which, listen, we don't have control over these things.
Yeah, I thought I'd let everybody know that I was gonna die. By the way, this is Corey Feldman. Now I'm Jack Nicholson. Same person.
Old Feldog.
Veldy. I don't know. It's a good one. Anything else?
That's it.
Will?
My number 2 is also a death prediction.
Okay.
Damn.
And this one might hit hard for one or two of you. Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's been an easy pick for a long time, but I saw him recently. I mean, he was almost dead when he had his reality show, and that was
Oh my God, yeah.
2002.
Yeah.
But I saw him at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony thing was on recently,
Shut!
and they had him up in a chair, and he did a little singing, and it sounded all right, and then everybody else just sang his songs around him, and he really just was like
Yikes.
zombified eyes,
Oh, yeah.
that Joe Biden 1,000-yard stare.
Yep.
It's sad.
And honorable mention, Sharon Osbourne is the queen of fucking Botox.
Oh, my God.
Ozempic.
Have you seen that? The face of hers, her lips are like bigger than her whole head.
Yeah.
Ozzy!
She
What is it?
she had a reaction from Ozempic where her stomach is like completely paralyzed and like apparently she's like she's over it and she wants to gain weight back but she can't anymore. Her body's like nope. Thinner.
Why would she even go on Ozempic? She was never big.
Right, because that's just the thing to do in Hollywood.
the new thing.
So yeah.
Ugh.
Man, it's funny. I'm starting to be able to spot people, like just regular people, and just be like, "You're on Ozempic," because it does this very, very specific thing to your face, especially like right here around the mouth. Like, it like really makes this stuff pronounced, and it's a very particular look.
Mm-hmm. I hate it. That's going back to my number 4 of like confident things, like things that we find out. There ain't no fucking way some huge fucking fallout's going to happen from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Something.
So just flash forward 10 years. Were you or a loved one on Ozempic? Like, contact.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's too bad. The Prince of Darkness. He served us well for entertainment.
fucking Prince of Darkness.
Sharon, get the fucking dog, Sharon.
It's a fucking dog. The fucking dog was just pissing all over the floor. Sharon! This is fucking head of a bear. me and a friend, speaking of improv, we would do this. There was like an acoustic guitar that was like in the green room or whatever. And whenever we had shows together, we had a little mini duo called Ozzy Osboys. And he would just play Bark at the Moon on the guitar and we would sing it. But we'd just be like, I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but we'd sing the whole verse and the whole song, but we'd just go, and then it'd get up to the chorus. It's like, bark at the moon.
That band didn't take off.
Ozzy Osboys? No, it had never escaped the green room. we submitted it for a couple like variety acts, but no one ever picked up on it. That never got picked up, and Andrew 20-sided dice clay never got picked up. So I walk into this tavern and a goblin sucking my cock. Oh, it's pretty good.
I'll greenlight it.
Thank you. Still looking for a couple stages to do a couple more performances of things that I never got to do. But yeah.
Ozzy? Yeah, he had to cancel his tour, right? Like he had a whole tour planned.
He has to cancel his life. Didn't you hear Will's prediction?
Yeah. And you said this is out of our control, but these death picks are somewhat in our control.
That's true. I won't be wrong again.
If I really want to win next year.
News today, Morgan Freeman assassinated outside of his home by a man yelling about the government. Could be anybody. Charles?
Yeah.
Charles?
My number 2 is, speaking of murdering people, the state of New York botches the Luigi Mangione trial. That's
Define botch.
They're trying to get him. They're trying to get him on the death penalty currently with federal charges of terrorism because that's clearly what happened with him.
How does it meet terrorism requirements? What the fuck is going on with this? This one doesn't make.
Here's the thing. We're going deeper. All right, everybody.
All right, okay.
He's getting charged. They're trying to charge him with terrorism, but school shooters don't get charged with that.
Yeah.
They're trying to make a whole example out of this. They're going to end up fucking botching it because they're trying to politicize this because there's probably a shit ton of money just being pushed behind this trial.
Something's going on.
So,
Also, they're
I don't think
they're not calling the fucking guy who drove a truck with an ISIS flag through a crowd terrorism, but this one is.
Right? Yeah.
Again, I'll leave it at this. You do not hate the government enough, everybody.
Yeah.
Nothing is as it seems.
But yeah, I don't think he's going to get off scot-free, but he's not getting the death penalty. I'd be shocked if he got life because it could be one of those scenarios where
he'll get
if his lawyer plays it right, they end up going like, you guys fucked up this trial. This is a whole mistrial.
But that's never stopped anyone from, if they want you in jail, they'll put you in jail. It's like, it's not a fair justice system.
Oh yeah.
Also,
two-tier justice system. Yes, of course.
You can't reward that stuff.
But yeah, I think they're going to botch it because they're going for really big charges, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
especially considering that guy was over my place painting my fence when that whole thing was supposed to have happened.
I mean, if you see the footage, it's clearly not him. That man has 6 fingers.
Mm-hmm. The guy in the audience, lady looks down, looks at his hand, 6 fingers. Credits.
I did see a meme about that kid this morning where it was all the girls on the internet who were fawning over him found out that he's 5'7", so they're like, no, he's guilty, 30 years.
Aw.
Yeah.
I feel his pain.
I don't. I'm tall, motherfuckers.
So you say. I've never met you, so.
Listen, I've never seen him next to Batista.
That's true. That man's 8 feet tall. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yep.
All right, moving right along here. Let's see. My number 2. Okay, now we're having some fun. Now we're pulling the curtains down even darker. Here's a shit one. I think will happen, all things considered. I think, unfortunately, we will see a huge, some sort of mass casualty event happen in 2025 in some way, shape, or form. I think it's just the writing's on the wall. It's all lining up. It's all there. Shit is getting prepped. I think it'll be there. I think it will be some sort of, tinfoil hat on, a yet another false flag justification into some war. And I think that's my prediction. I think that's what will happen. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it'll be. I encourage everyone to be vigilant of your surroundings. But man, it sucks. World is a dangerous place. Always has been. Always will be. But yeah, with things that have going on so far, the explosion outside of Trump Tower, which is another fucking what the hell's going on.
Yeah, speaking
so
of that,
so many questions.
Why do you fill it with fireworks? Fireworks aren't going to fucking do anything.
Because I don't know. My running theory is he wasn't intending to blow anything up. Also,
That's
I don't
a
know
message. Like,
what.
It was a message.
Yeah,
he
like
was
a
trying to
message
send it made a great photo if you think about it.
Yeah,
Just a burning Cybertruck outside of Trump Tower.
yeah, a message. Some people think that. So, from what I have heard and know, or whatever, the body pull from the car had like a bullet hole in his head, and the DNA didn't match his son's, and there's some questions that have to be answered there. And then again, like the obvious question, like you're saying, Will, is like, well, if this person was like, he was supposed to be like a bomb making expert and just could have made something that take everything down, but didn't. And then, I don't know. It's a very bizarre thing in so many different, from like all avenues or whatever. So who knows? So there's that going on. Then the friggin' the dude who, drove the truck through the crowd in New Orleans, both him and this other guy, both did trainings at Fort Bragg. The guy who was hiding in the tower, the guy who was hiding in the bushes for the Trump assassination, who has been going back and forth to Ukraine as like a freedom fighter, had visits Fort Bragg over 100 times regularly. I don't know. It's something's amiss. Something is up. But Trump, the guy who's not supposed to win, they have to let him win. How do they tie him up from doing anything that people want him to do? He's too busy on a new global war of some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's my prediction. I don't have any solid lines
Can
anywhere.
you put a number on it?
Put a number on
I
it?
think a mass casualty is technically 5, I think, or 5 or more.
No, I mean like a building comes, like a 9/11 size event, because it can't. So here's the problem, right? Unfortunately, we're so desensitized to things, right? It can't be something small. If what I think is true in a plan, like a Gulf of Tonkin 9/11 Pearl Harbor situation that thrusts us into having no choice but to get into some boots on the ground hot war with somebody, it's got to be ginormous, or it could be a bunch of little ones all over the country all at the same time, right? Where it's just like, oh, no one's safe, like anywhere, like it's not even like major cities or something, right? And then my big extrapolating thing is, I think this all plays into the border problem. Democrats get blamed for letting all these people in over the border. Conservatives and Republicans hold office for the next however many years. They are compromised by the established state machine or whatever. It's all, part of the plan. They get Trump out of the way, and then it's like, I don't know what happens. I don't know who gets in the office or whatever, but like, they hold office and they wage their war. It's 2001 all over again with Bush in office, except it's just Trump. And I like Trump. I think he's fine president. I don't think he's untouchable, and I think he's a little bit more easily manipulated than he thinks he is. And I think that he could be tricked or like whatever. And he happened in his first term, you know, he put so many shitty people in so many positions that as soon as he was out of office, they flipped on him like a fucking dime because they weren't really working for him or on his team. He thought they were because he's got an ego that's easy to exploit. So I don't know. That's my number 2. So just everyone watch out. And it sucks, but you got to live life the best way you can in a bunker by yourself.
Well, we didn't get 3 hours into the new year without like a mass casualty on Bourbon Street, right? So
Yeah.
it's not setting the tone great.
No, especially because the thing that's weird about that is Bourbon Street has blockades on both sides of that street, metal ones, that for some reason weren't up. It's like weird. Every other time, they're up all the time when then they have like people in the street to specifically prevent that. And it's like, why were they down? And then now, like, chief of police, this like old woman who didn't even know those existed. According to her on some interview, she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's like,
I've never been to the most famous street in my city.
right. I'm just a chief here.
Why?
But I don't know. So yeah, be vigilant, be careful. Sam, number 1.
All right.
Round this baby out.
Well, I'm gonna be more positive with mine. We're all gonna get money this year.
Money, 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 money. I hope so. In what way?
instead of being like a fortune cookie prediction,
You will be rich.
I will guess that we will get some sort of economic stimulus package this year. Probably as some to curry favor for President Trump. He's like, everyone gets money now. I don't know. I can't do his voice.
I'm in.
No, that'd be the exact opposite.
Did not work out last time.
No, it made everything worse. I don't think that'll happen. I think we'll get money in the way, shape, or form of taxes being restricted and pulled down, and government bureaucracies being demolished. Hopefully, barring my number 2 happens.
I think maybe he flies by in a Zeppelin and throws gold coins out.
Money, 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 money.
There's
Who
your
do you
mass
trust?
there's your mass casualty event. Right?
Yeah, there it is. No one told me that gravity was a thing, which I don't. Which Matt Bissony said isn't. It's all atmospheric density.
Yep, that's all. We're all gonna get money.
God, I hope so.
I'll go back to the fortune cookie style prediction.
Money
will come your way.
It's not bad. I mean, it is positive. I hope to get money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I'm hoping to move to New Hampshire and then get listed as a remote worker, so I don't have to pay income tax anymore.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Is that a New Hampshire thing?
Yeah, there's no state income tax.
There's no state income tax, and if you work in Massachusetts but live in New Hampshire, but you are considered a remote employee, you do not have to pay Massachusetts state income tax.
That's Virginia does the same thing because Jeff was part of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
No sales tax there either.
Nope, but massive property taxes.
Unless you live in a town with no amenities like me.
Yeah, not me. I'm trying to move to Salem.
Oh.
I'm gonna move
Sam
outside
has
of
to
that
take
Tuscan
his-
village. Say what?
You guys have to poop in a bucket and bring it down to the Department of Public Works.
You got to bring it down to the Department of Public Poop.
May I ever see the poop comptroller?
Did anyone ever watch a Homestar Runner in the back in the day? The Poop
Yep.
Smith.
Yep.
The Poop Smith.
The email. I hope it's from a female.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yep,
All right.
that's all.
Will, number 1.
My number 1, and this is controversial. Not all 4 of us will attend Charles' wedding.
Yeah, me,
I
Matt,
don't know
and Will
why.
will be there.
It could be, I find something better to do. Sam's got to go to fucking Thailand to take a picture of a dog.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe Matt's got puke in the crib he's got to clean up.
God,
Or
there better
Charles
be no
just
crib by that
his
time.
cold feet.
Yeah. Man, that's a good prediction.
I hope
again-
it's wrong.
I also hope it's wrong, but Will, if he wants to be right about something, it's easy way to.
I was gonna say that's an easy way to get it.
Listen, Matt, technically there's still enough time for you guys to produce another child
That's true.
before the wedding.
That is true.
Just in time. Yeah.
Built-in excuse.
I know. I mean, I'm on board.
Or you time it just right so it happens at the wedding. We'd be so upset, but kind of hilarious at the same time.
Charles, I'm so sorry. We're giving birth. This day is no longer about you.
What an achievement.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Man, that'd be crazy. That's a funny prediction. Funny. All right.
Yep.
Charles, numero uno?
My number one is we get another Bo Burnham special.
Oh, my God. I would love that.
Yeah.
Why do you
don't-
think that?
I don't know. This would be 4 years now since Inside. Yeah. I don't think we'd get something on the same caliber because that was obviously
An absolute masterpiece.
But I don't know. He seems like one of those people that's just going to, out of nowhere, you're like, here's another special. Didn't tour it, didn't practice anything, just throws it down wherever he goes. So I think it will. It's been enough time. Yeah.
I hope so. God, I hope so.
I'm voting for you.
I'm voting for you, too. That's one I want the most.
Yeah.
God. Damn,
And
man.
as you fun butts know, whoever's list you vote for does come true
That's true.
in accordance with the prophecy.
Yes. Actually, we'd have to see those results. If Matt won that episode.
You have to go back in time.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we get another one. I think he would just drop it on us, even if it's another thing similar to Inside. Fuck it, I'm in.
That.
Yeah.
I
want to see
that again.
I watch it every now and then. I'll just throw it up. Sometimes not finish it, or I'll just pick up from one random song. I'll just throw on one of the songs sometimes.
I listen to it all the time.
Yeah,
Same.
it's great.
So good.
There's
Spider.
Yeah, since you've told me about that, I will randomly put that on in between stuff. Be like, I want to hear Spider real quick. 30 seconds of just chaos.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, another Bo Burnham special. Maybe it'll be just called Outside.
That'd be funny.
It's a logical next step.
That'd be very funny.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be good. Fuck. All right. Man, I can't stop thinking about that now. I don't even want to say what my number one is. It doesn't even matter. It pales in comparison. All right. My number one prediction for 2025 is TV makes a comeback.
But it has. Or is
Broadcast
Will
television.
already ahead of the curve?
I think so.
Do you mean transvestite?
Yeah, TV. Whenever I refer to transvestite, I always use the abbreviation TV. No, I think streaming services are pushing it, and I think that I think this almost to Sam's point before, of like things are like, you know, circular, and what's old is new again.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I think there's going to be a fad of like watching. It's almost like how like people started like putting their demos out on cassette tapes again. It's going to be like kind of just like this like cool thing to do, and people are going to have like TV watching parties and things like that, or they're going to specifically watch something like on TV or whatever. I don't know why. I know it's a bold one. I just thought of it the other day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna roll the dice on this one.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an ironic, like kitschy thing to do, is to like watch TV. You're like, oh, like what are you doing? Watch Netflix. Fucking watching a show on Hulu. Doing this, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go like, I just watched like just regular TV for like a couple hours a day or something like that. I don't know.
I do that at my dad's because he has YouTube TV. So I always find like FX or something where it's like, oh, they just have The Simpsons on all day. I'm like, great. I'm just going to put that on. It's just going to be sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
I get
That
it.
or anytime I travel. Put on just standard TV on the hotel, on the TV.
Direct TV or whatever.
The
I'd be cool
TGIF
with this.
lineup.
Yep.
That
Step by
Appointment
step.
viewing. That's what we want.
There you go.
I mean, back in the day when it was like, Friday morning, everybody gathered around the water cooler to talk about the last episode of Seinfeld. Mm-hmm. I'm all for bringing it back. But, with streaming services, everything on demand, which is wildly convenient, it's taken away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you're just like, oh, I didn't get to watch it yet. Don't tell me. Then the conversation doesn't happen. Then you just never talk about it again.
There's too much content.
Yeah. Oh my God.
People can't keep up.
Uh-uh.
So there hasn't been like a show that's taken over the country, I don't know, since Tiger King.
Game of Thrones.
I was gonna say Game of Thrones. That's the last
Okay, yeah.
watch party thing I even had was Game of Thrones. So
But yeah. All right. Do we have any fun butt lists?
we have 4. I got it up, just realized it like 30 minutes ago we didn't post anything. So blast through these real quick. First up we have Kevin Weaver. Number 5, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will break up. 4, I will appear on the Dial the Gate podcast at least once.
What a fucking sleazy promo.
I'm a,
Going into business for himself.
yeah. 3, there will still be talk about aliens and UFOs, but no proof. 2, Wicked Part 2 will be a hit.
Take
And
that, Charles.
number 1, My Fiance will arrive in the U.S.
Oh.
Gosh, fucking better get in quick.
Next up, we have Minch Mateer, Fresh as the Fun Butts. Number 5, another Trump assassination attempt.
Not a decent one.
4, this was going to be one of my honorable mentions, more CEO shooters.
God, I hope not.
Yeah. 3, speaking of which, Luigi will be found innocent.
That's not true.
That's a stretch. That's a very big stretch. 2, a new celebrity will throw out their name as a future presidential candidate trying to pull a Trump.
Yeah, good luck.
And number 1, Matt will end up running for local government due to some unexpected issue ticking him off in his new neighborhood.
Pretty strong chance.
Listen, I know I just moved here, but I'm tired of it.
Become president of the HOA.
Hell yeah.
Next up, Daniel Sepultura. Number 5, Kansas will turn into a frozen wasteland.
Okay.
4, I'll enter another Tekken tournament.
Okay.
3,
I bet you don't.
3, Sporting Kansas City will win a championship in the MLS. That's soccer in the
Yep.
US.
Thank you.
2, I'll get decent at Marvel Rivals.
Not if I'm playing with you.
He's enjoying playing as Wolverine. And number 1, that I'll inevitably find a girl I'm attracted to only to pick the worst girl that no one thinks is a good idea, then proceed to fumble the talking stage.
Yeah, I can see that.
And lastly, we have Dad. He's apparently at the Pats game. Number 5, Russia-Ukraine war ends. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
4, Matt Faxon will meet his masturbation quota for 2025.
Who fucking Matt? Is he at the game with Matt? Just a friend of ours,
Must be.
Okay.
which is funny
Local
because
jokes get local work.
Yeah.
yeah, local jokes get local work. Also, Matt Faxon is his little brother's friend. I don't know why he's with him.
3, Trump will release the Epstein client list.
Maybe.
2, AI will become sentient. And number 1, it will be revealed that Biden has been dead for the past 2 years.
I would love that. My hair would just fall out even more.
He also just put in a second list. Round 2. New England Patriots will become a respectable franchise, you wish. 4, furry rights. Go for it. 3, sex robots. Yeah. 2,
drunk.
drone info will be released. And number 1, Matt will buy a home in Haverhill.
I'm very much leaning towards New Hampshire at this point, but maybe.
That's the list.
All right. Well, I guess that's our show. We'll see. We'll revisit this in the end of the year, beginning
End of
of
year.
2026.
Yeah.
And we'll see how we did. Any last words, boyos?
Damn it.
He beat me to it.
We were all primed for this.
So close. Well, All right. With that being said, we'll catch you next week and smell you later.